Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, Managing Partner with Levenson and Associates. Today, joining us, we have Joseph Lochran, our Marketing Vice President, and our special guest speaker, Carrie A. Levinson, who happens to also be my father. So we're delighted to have Cary join us today. In fact, this is the first time that he has done a personal life insurance 101 coaching webinar. So we're very excited to have him speak to our agents today. He typically holds all the in-house classes, and we have different seminars. Of course, we have our annual expo where he speaks to the group, but this is the first time he's been on our webinar. So we're delighted to have him join us. He has many, many years in the business coaching agents. He literally has brought me up in the business since I was 3, 4 years old. I remember seeing him wrap my friends' birthday presents in life insurance applications. So I've literally been spoon-fed the life insurance business since I was just a kid. And, you know, here we are today, and I just turned 40, and he has taught me and the rest of the staff everything that he has learned over the years. So I think everyone is going to walk away with some great nuggets after today's webinar. These are things that you can use in your day-to-day life insurance sales life. He really brings it back to basics, and just, you know, he's of course has that old school mentality, that, you know, typical captive MetLife way of thinking. But what's so neat is if you can learn about what he's going to talk about as far as life insurance 101 and combine that with all of the technology that we offer, we seriously feel that you will be off to the races, especially starting out in this new year in 2016. So the timing couldn't be better. We're delighted to have Carrie join us, and we know everybody will walk away with a little something after today's call. Take out a pen and paper, jot down any notes or questions, and of course, he will be available even on a one-on-one basis after the call to speak to you a little bit further about any questions or anything that you want to dive into. So first off, before I forget to, almost the most important thing of today's call, we are giving away a free 16-gig tablet at the end of today's call to the 100th registrant. So we'll announce the winner in about 35 minutes here. So first off, Joe's going to just feed us about what's coming down the pipe with new webinars and, of course, our annual Agent Expo where you can meet us all live one-on-one. Joe?
Thanks, Bill. I just want to take a couple minutes to go over some of the upcoming training webinars we have scheduled for next week. Of course, you can actually register for any one of these sessions right on CaryLevinson.com and join the webinar just like we are today. So starting at the top here on Tuesday of next week, which is the 8th at 11 a.m. Eastern, we're going over Fidelity Life non-med products. They do have a very quick and easy e-application, so we're going to walk through the entire overview from A to Z and really show you how to use that rapid app system. And then the following day, which is Wednesday the 9th at noon, we're going to be covering Sagicor Life's accelerating underwriting platform, which is actually a way for you to take a tele-app with the client 100% over the phone and actually have the underwriting done while that client's on the phone. So they're going to run MIB, script check, and actually give you an underwriting decision. So that is a very simple, easy way for both their term and universal life products to actually have a quick, easy process from start to finish for those type of clients that are, let's say, not willing to take a pyramid exam, but still looking for some great death benefit protection. And then Thursday, which is the 10th at 2 p.m. Eastern, this is actually a very special webinar that we're hosting. We're going to be covering some special fourth quarter underwriting and new business programs that actually one of our top carriers has put out. What's very important about this webinar, there's just 3 weeks left to submit the business to actually qualify for those programs. So you're going to actually learn about some new underwriting niches, some ways to actually even upgrade your client's maybe standard underwriting class to a preferred best without any pyramid exam. So again, that is on the 10th at 2 p.m. Eastern. Also at the bottom, you'll notice we have a little image here for the 2016 Levenson Expo. That, of course, is April 8th, 2016. That is a Friday. If you haven't attended the expo before, I I highly recommend you check it out. It's basically a day full of sales ideas, concepts. We actually bring in all of our top carriers, all the top carrier VPs, underwriters, and you actually learn a lot of great information, not only about even some of the sales techniques and ideas we're talking about today, but also about positioning the right products for the right clients. You will leave that meeting, I guarantee you, with some great sales concepts, some great ideas. We actually provide breakfast. We provide lunch. There's a lot of great prizes that we give out throughout the day. In fact, we give away cash prizes, large flat screen TVs. I think last year we even gave away a couple iPads as well. So definitely something you do not want to miss. What's also very neat about that expo is all your production as a Levenson agent actually qualifies to help get you down to South Florida. So if you're not from South Florida, you can actually qualify for a free night stay and actually up to 2-night stay at the Beachfront Resort in sunny South Florida, which is not a bad place to be come early April. Also, we do provide round-trip airfare for those agents that qualify, and we will be emailing out all the expo qualification limits and the links so you can register and reserve your seat. Of course, it's free for all agents to attend, but definitely a great day. You will leave with some great sales ideas and concepts, so you definitely don't want to miss that event.
Okay, thanks, Joe. So if you've been with us for a while now or you're brand new to Levinson, you've probably heard already or spoke to one of our marketing reps, but we are a little bit different than the typical IMO that's down the street. We're not just another Me Too general agency, and we do realize that the days of great commissions and great products and great service, that those are important things to have, of course, but 20, 30, 40 years ago, that's all you needed to give agents to work with you, okay? Good products, good service, and competitive commissions. These days, yes, you need those three things, and they're crucial, but you also need to give the agents a turnkey sales platform and all of the latest technology so they can literally conduct their day-to-day business and grow their business using social media, websites, various lead programs, etc. So we have put that together for our agents. We call it the iGenius platform, and it's made up of all of the tools that you need to grow your business. I don't care if you're a health insurance agent, if you're involved with securities, if you're a P&C agent or agency, everything you need is at your fingertips, and we don't charge anything for 99% of the tools and technology that we offer. So this was last month's issue of the Tech Guide. We were featured in the Tech Guide, and it talks all about our new CRM tool and a great marketing system that's going to help you drive leads to your website, which ultimately will relate to more sales. So everything is spoke about in our article. In fact, we can email out a copy of the article after today's call. But just so you know, our promise to you is to constantly evolve, change, add to the iGenius platform so you will never have to look elsewhere or spend anything on monthly fees or activation charges to have your business grow and get to the next level. We give you everything that you could ever need, and we're constantly going to add to that program to keep our agents ahead of their competition. So just keep that in the back of your mind as you work with Levinson. Okay, next up, we just got approved. We've been working on it for about a year now. We have our own Levinson exclusive E&O policy. Okay, this is for Levinson agents only. Now, even if you already have E&O, or let's say you're a recruiter and you want to build a hierarchy, so this is great because this is the only E&O policy that is available, okay, that covers B+ rated or better carriers. That's huge, especially on the annuity side. As you know, E&O policies typically cover A- or better. Our plan covers B+ or better. That's huge. And the price, $395 a year for $1 million of coverage. Okay? We have instant online approval, so you literally, it's guaranteed issue. You literally go in, put all your information in, and print your certificate. But you could go out and market this and use it to gain some agents. Obviously, you can go out and market the E&O policy, our scholarship program, the iGenius platform. Nobody else has this stuff, okay? And just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. So there's a lot of value added here, especially if you want to build a hierarchy. The new E&O policy is underwritten by AIG. So, of course, excellent company that's behind all of this. And, again, it's exclusive. It's only available through Levinson. So it's now available to sign up. You can talk to Kristen, and she will get you up and running. Okay, so a few other features and what we've been working on lately here at Levinson. We have our brand new version of our Lightning Term product. As you know, this is the first ever term product to be sold online, which is completely client-driven. What that means, your client clicks on a link, runs a quote, signs up online, gets an instant approval, the policy gets mailed directly to the client, all while you did nothing. Okay, so we rolled out the Lightning Term product almost 2 years ago, and it's an awesome product, but it does work more in the field of mortgage protection, loan protection. Okay, it is a decreasing term product. The face amount decrease is only 6% per year, but everybody wanted a level product as well to offer to their clients. So, of course, we answered those prayers. We now just got the green light on the new Lightning Issue Level Guaranteed Term product. Works exactly the same way, but it's a 20-year guaranteed level term product that does not decrease. So it's awesome. Your client goes in, they run a quote, and they can see the level product or the decreasing product. They check a box, sign up online, and that is it. That product is rolling out in early 16. We already got the green light, like I said, so we couldn't be any more excited, and that's only available through Levinson. So once again, use that to build your hierarchy. Okay, we give out free agent websites to all of our agents. Okay, we of course are making these bigger and better using the latest and greatest technology. They are now mobile accessible. So what that means is your clients can pull you up on their iPhone, BlackBerry, any smartphone, and they can run quotes, sign up online, buy the Lightning Term from your website. They can do everything just as if they were working in their office at their desktop computer. So that is now available. We have different templates or backgrounds that you can choose from, and we have a brand new final expense quoting engine that's now built into your regular term and UL quoting engine. What's so neat is when your client puts in their information, it has full lead capture, which means you get an email that says, hey, Bill Levinson just ran a term quote on your quote engine. So you're in the loop every step of the way. Just below that, we now have over 50 products to choose from that come with our free scholarship program. What that means to you, okay, you have 10 carriers to choose from for UL, whole life, term with return of premium, critical illness, even a guaranteed issue accident plan. Okay, and it now comes with 1 free year of a college scholarship. Okay, also our Lightning Term products come with the scholarship now as well. We also added a few more colleges into the program. We now have almost 350 colleges in almost every state in the country. So this is a great differentiator that's going to make you look a little different than the agent next door because you're both selling the same product, but you're offering a 1-year free scholarship for little Johnny or little Jenny. This is a no-brainer. You need to get up to speed with the scholarship program. And once again, it's only available through Levinson. Just below that, we have been working day in and day out to launch our brand new CaryLevinson.com website, okay, and our brand new Levinson mobile app that you'll be able to get for free on the iTunes store. So all of that is coming out January of 2016 in about 7 weeks. We couldn't be any more excited. All new tools, technology. You are going to love it, and everything is very user-friendly, black and white. Even Cary can go in and sign up a client using our e-application or drop ticket system. on the bottom there, all-in-one marketing and sales platform. That is what was featured in the Tech Guide of Insurance Newsnet. Basically, this is a complete CRM dashboard that is going to manage all of your leads, all of your clients. It's going to drip on your whole database and keep you in the loop. It's an awesome system, and that will be available this month. We're going to have a webinar that walks everyone through the new Levinson Agency Automator. So some great new stuff coming. We couldn't be any more excited, and I think the most important point here is we are going to stop at nothing until our agents have all of the latest and greatest technology at your fingertips so you can grow your business. Okay, our last slide here, we're going to introduce Cary Levenson. I'll just say one quick thing about him, and then we'll let him take the reins here. So as you know, Cary founded Levinson and Associates in 1972 after a successful career as a Metropolitan Life general agent. His mentorship and sales training has helped over 10,000 agents in almost every city in the country reach a higher level of production. He is also responsible for bringing me, Bill Levinson, into the industry. So as you know, you see where we are today, making magazine covers and all the latest tech guides and LIMRA statistics and the latest issues and articles. We can all thank Cary Levinson for our success. So without further ado, we're going to have Cary speak to all of our agents about going back to life insurance Basics 101. So without further ado, Cary?
Bill, thank you so much. I really appreciate the introduction. And as I sit here and listen to you, I'm just amazingly impressed with what we offer our agents today. And I have to give Bill credit as well, because he certainly, and Joe as well, are our technology gurus. And I take absolutely no credit for being the #1 IMO in the country as far as the technology forefront. So much of what we offer our agents today, Bill and Joe have developed, and I'm just so proud to be a part of this agency. What I'm also very impressed with, Bill, to be honest with you, is the fact that you remembered at 3 years old that I used to wrap your birthday presents to your friends in life insurance applications, which is something that somebody kind of told me about in 1971 when I started in the business. And from that point on, I've always wrapped your presence in life applications because it gets people to ask me what this is. What is this paper? And that kind of is an opening into selling a life insurance policy. So yeah, I guess it's little things like that that kind of separate the average insurance agent from the agent that's in this business to stay. And I think what's very, very important as well is that I mentioned that some of the personal stories that I'm going to share with you over the next few minutes, and then we're going to talk a little bit about time management, and then we're going to end with a poll that $1 Million Roundtable agents were asked questions as to what makes them successful, and I'm going to share a number of points with everyone on the call today, which I think will be very beneficial for you. In my training of agents throughout the years, I've always said to the agents that you can be in the life insurance business as either an app taker or you can be here to stay and build a practice. App takers are people who are satisfied completing an application, going home to their spouse, telling them that they made X number of dollars of commission today, and in essence, that's the end of their relationship with their client. I think it is most important, if you talk to me about going back to basics, I think the key word in a conversation is passion. I think you as and I'm not talking about a P&C agent, I'm not talking about a health agent, because I am neither. I am a life insurance agent, and I have been for 45 years. And the truth of the matter is, you cannot succeed in this business unless you feel very, very strongly about what you do. In fact, to be successful in our business, I have always maintained, and I have always said to people that I work with, is that you have to believe that no one on this planet can do for families and businesses what you do. And unless you believe that, I have no compunction to tell you that you will probably become a statistic in that 8.5 out of 10 people who start in our business do not succeed. And the reason they don't is because they lack passion, and they don't understand that when someone dies, you are the only person that comes back to the home with money. Everybody else comes with their hand open, with bills, with things that have to be paid in the worst possible time in a family's existence. You are the only man or woman that comes back, and you keep families together. And you have to wake up every morning and believe that. And that should motivate you to be a successful life insurance agent. Every day I ask myself, how many people can I help today? That is extremely important and motivated me as an agent many, many years ago to drive the hour and a half to change a beneficiary, or to do something that I thought at the time was so ridiculous. But whatever you do for people, you have to realize as an agent that you, if you're going to be successful, you are going to do for people that no one else in this country can do for people, and you will build a practice. You will not be an app taker. So along that line, I'll share a personal story with you that has given me the commitment to this business that I have after so many years of being in it. Back in 1971, when I started as an agent with Metropolitan Life, we had a prospecting cubicle. And I would get there at 8 o'clock in the morning with the yellow pages, and I would begin making phone calls. And the reason I started in this business at 21 years old is because, quite frankly, I didn't go through college thinking I wanted to be an insurance man. In fact, when I told my parents that I was in the insurance business, my father hung up on me. And he said, I put you through 4 years of college to be an insurance agent? What, are you crazy? And he hung up on me. And the reason I took the job is because I was 21, I was a newlywed, and I was brand new to the state of Florida, and I needed money. And Metropolitan had an ad in the paper, and they promised to pay $110 a week for 13 weeks as a management trainee. And I went on the interview, and I got the job, and then I said, well, what do I need to do? And they said, all you need to do is sit in this room and call people, and here's what you're going to say. You're going to say, hi, this is Cary Levinson. I am with Metropolitan Life, and I'll be in your area Tuesday and Thursday of next week. And I'd like to come by, introduce myself, and see if I can save you some money on your health and life insurance. And then they said 98 out of 100 people will tell you, no, thank you, I'm not interested. Well, the truth of the matter is 99 people out of 100 told me to drop dead, or no thanks, I have enough insurance, or my brother-in-law just got his insurance license, or whatever the story was, but I wound up getting hung up on. But the one person out of 100 that said, okay, you sound like a nice young man, come on by, and I am considering buying some life insurance. So when someone said yes, I ran into my manager's office, and we went on appointments, and that's what I did. And I went home to my wife, and I said, honey, this is great, because for the next 13 weeks, I'm going to be making $110 a week. And all I have to do is sit in this room and call people and tell them that I want to come by and visit with them. And then in the 14th week, I'll go out and I'll find another job. And in the meantime, this won't be so terrible. Well, P.S., it's now 45 years later, and I can tell you all one thing. If you are passionate, if you stay committed, okay, this insurance business will give you everything that you could possibly want out of a career and a profession. It will give you financial, it will give you emotional, and it will give you psychological happiness. Trust me, I know, because I can't do anything else. I can't fix a car, I can't paint a wall, I can't fix a carpet, I can't do anything. But I'm a heck of a life insurance guy, and I'm proud of it. And here's this little story that I wanted to share with you. On one of my phone calls that I was making during that 13-week period, I was sitting with the Yellow Pages, and I happened to be calling plumbing supply companies. And a man picked up, and he said, I gave him my spiel, and then he said, well, my name is Bob, and I am married. I do have 2 little girls, and I am considering life insurance. And I said, great. I said, where do you live? And he gave me his address in North Miami Beach, and my manager and I went down and we visited with him. And we walked into his house, and it was a moderate home. But one thing that I do remember is that he had 2 little girls. I believe they were 6 and 3 years old. They were the cutest little girls I ever saw, and they had little pigtails, and they were playing and watching TV and, that sort of thing. And my manager and I and Bob and Joan were at the dining room table, and we're talking about life insurance. Well, to make a long story short, we wound up selling a $15,000 whole life policy. And I went back to the Met office, and I was the hero of the day, and that was a nice size policy in those days. And the policy got approved, and my manager and I went back to Bob, and we delivered the policy. 3 weeks later, I get a phone call. Now, keep in mind, again, I'm 21 years old. I'm in this business probably anywhere from 7 to 10 weeks. And we go back, we deliver the policy. After the policy's delivered, I get a phone call about, 3-4 weeks later. It's Joan. She says to me, Cary, hysterical crying, Bob was killed last night on I-95 on the way home from the shop. What do I do? And I'll tell you, we cried together for 10 minutes. I went into my manager and I said, Herb, what do I do? We went through the process, and he said to me, you are going to drive back to Joan by yourself, and you're going to drop off the $15,000. And that's exactly what I did. And I knocked on the door, and Joan hugged me, and the little girls came running up to me, and Joan said, because of you and your hard work, the girls can stay with me, and we get to keep the house. I'll never, ever, ever forget you. And I'll tell you, I still get goosebumps, and I walked out of that house, and I went home to my wife that night, and I said, you know what? I said, the 13 weeks is going to come and go, and I don't know what's going to happen, but I said, I really want to stay in this business. And like I say, I'm now 66. I stayed in this business, and I have helped a lot of people. And again, all I want to tell you as agents, and I know some of you are agents possibly for 20 years, some of you I know for 40 years, and some of you may be agents for 2 weeks. But if you have ever paid a death claim, you will know that there is nothing in the world like it as far as what you are going to do to help a family or to help a business for that matter. So with that said, I think it's extremely important that going back to basics, you wake up in the morning and you feel so strongly about what you do that you want to do it as long as you possibly can without going to sleep at night. Because I can show you agents that their business card, they have so many titles on their business cards, like CLU and CHFC and this title and that title. And you have to open up their card, and it's in thirds. They have so many titles, and they're making $225 a week. And the reason is because they are knowledgeable, but they don't know how to sell life insurance. And one of the first things I can tell you that I learned a long time ago, and if you want to jot any of this down, or if you want to call me this afternoon or any time in the future, I'll be more than happy to chat with anybody. I learned this, and that is God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, and that as a life insurance agent, we should be listening twice as much as we talk. Don't impress people with your knowledge. Listen to their problems, because those are the agents that wind up making the sale, not the educate. People don't place their confidence in agents because they're knowledgeable. They place their confidence in agents because they want to help them. And the agents that, and I can point you in the direction. We have agents working with our firm that are in this business 2 years and making well in excess of $1 million a year. We have tons of agents that are in this business less than 5 years and making between $250,000 and $500,000 a year in life insurance commission. And it's not because they're hung up on the company, and it's not because they're trying to make the most commission the first year with this company, or they're trying to make an extra half a point renewal. They place the agent's needs first. And when you do that, everything else will fall into place. That's how you will build a practice. Then you switch from an app taker to an insurance professional who's building his own practice. And you're here to stay, my friend. I'll tell you that. And along that line, another point that I think you should jot down is the importance, getting back to basics, discuss have a policy review. Discuss your client's insurance with them. Don't sell a policy and set that client on the shelf, okay? Cultivate. When we get into the MDRT scenario, you will see that the MDRTs that are polled are telling you that what's key to their success is the development of relationships, okay? And the way that you secure relationships is to do a policy review on an annual basis with your clientele. It may not be necessary to do with property and casualty. It may not be necessary with health insurance. But I can tell you one thing for sure. If you show up on your client's doorstep, you call and you make an appointment, and where you can, where that client is local to you, and you go and you visit that client and you review his insurance and you see if there have been any changes in his life, like an additional child, like a promotion at work, like a new home, like anything that may create the need for additional life insurance. And we have a number of carriers that have policy reviews that are available to us that we can bill and joke and email to you. And if you go through a policy review with your client, it is most important, and it develops the relationship with your clientele. And it always, 100% of the time, if you show the interest in your client, will lead to A, additional sales, and B, referrals. And I'll tell you, referrals are the backbone of this business. So that's the personal side of my career, how I got started. It started out as a 13-week career. It turned out to be a 45-year career. So I gave you some ideas that will help you. If you follow them, you will become a professional insurance agent. And my card never said CLU and CHFC, and you never had to unfold my card with my titles. My card always said agent. I'm an agent. Today, I'm a recruiter, and I work with agents, but in my heart of hearts, I'm an agent, and I will do anything to help anybody who needs anything. And with that approach, you will be successful. You have to be. You have no choice. If you place your client's needs first, that will automatically make you successful. So now what I want to do is go spend a few minutes with you and go into a time management scenario, which I think is most important for agents. this is how you prioritize your time, and I think this is extremely important. These are my thoughts, and these are thoughts of other successful agents. I think that number one, you should record all activities. And in addition to recording your activities, determine your goals. What are your goals on a daily or weekly basis? No need to go out 5 years or 10 years as far as goals. What do you want to accomplish today? What do you want to accomplish this week? And after you do that, okay, how are you going to do that? Write it down. Write down, this is what I want to accomplish today. To this day, I still use a yellow legal pad and a pen. And as I say, Bill and Joe, I'm not knocking in any way technology. I think what I'm telling you is technology works hand in hand with what I am talking about. But I think that you need to have some of this basic, these basic concepts in addition to the most advanced that we offer you, CRM tools and all of the good stuff, technologically speaking, that you can get with Levinson and Associates. But I don't think there's any harm in however you do it to jot down what you want to accomplish, your activities, and then determine what your goals are. And then what I do, the third thing, is to rank your what you want to accomplish. Use a ranking system. Okay, take your most important things that you want to do and literally put an A next to them. The A tasks are the tasks that have the highest priority and must be completed immediately. Then I would put a B next to the lesser important tasks that you want to accomplish today or this week. The B tasks are moderately important, but they can be done after what you want to do with your A tasks. And then the C tasks are low-level tasks, and they can be tackled in your spare time. So don't spend your time. There's only so many minutes. I think it's 1,440 minutes in a day. So there's so many minutes. You have to, you're an agent. You don't sell cars. You don't sell plumbing supplies. You sell policies, and you have to use your time in the best possible fashion that you can. Okay, and then finally, from a very close to number 5 is to, or 4 rather, is to create a schedule. Okay, give yourself deadlines to finish each task. Estimate the time that's involved to complete the task, and then do what you need to do. So many agents go into the office or go into their bedroom that they use as an office. They shuffle papers. They make 3 calls. They go, their wife comes home from work or their husband comes home from work, and they tell them how exhausted they are and it was just such a tough day. You did nothing. My suggestion is close the office, go fishing. Because for what you're going to accomplish, you haven't done anything. So choose your tasks wisely. Put an A, B, or C next to them, and then create a schedule on how you're going to do that. The next one is revisit your goals and adjust your goals. Review your goals and the rewards of doing the task on time, and then make any necessary adjustments. If you're not able to hit your objectives, then what are you going to do to change that? Don't just be hit and miss. So many agents who fail in our business just take whatever comes up at that particular point in time. Have goals, get them accomplished, and if you didn't get them accomplished, then think about what you can do to change to help make you a better time management person. And then the last thing regarding time management is to purge. If something is on your list that remains at the bottom of the list, and it's just something that, you know, realistically you have no intention of getting it done, get it off your list. Focus on A and B tasks, and then you will have no problems at all. Think about what you need to do, prioritize what you need to do, write down what you need to do, and then get it done. Because if you just fly by the seat of your pants, it is not going to get done. What's going to get done is whatever happens to pop up. at that particular point in time, but you can have other things that are extremely important that you need to do for your key prospects and clients, and that's not getting it done. Okay, moving along, I see I'm a little bit behind, which doesn't surprise me. I'm behind with everything I do. But I want to now discuss for just a few minutes some of the items that the most successful life insurance agents in our country have told a poll as to why they are so successful. And if you still have your pencil, if you want to jot these down, and by the way, I'll email you my notes if you're interested. Call or email me, and I will email you the information that I have put together myself and the results of this particular poll. MDRT producers, which incidentally for those of you who don't know is million-dollar roundtable producers. They are the elite life insurance agents in this country. Okay. They were polled by NALU. They were asked if you can summarize in a few sentences what makes you so successful. Okay. And I have 4 or 5 of their responses. And again, if you want to jot them down, I think they're very powerful, only because they work, only because these people are making a lot of money and have built huge practices. And I know that's the goal of each and every one of you, or you wouldn't be taking 45 minutes of your day out to be listening to us today. So the first response that the MDRT producers have said was that, number one, they have a vision, mental vision of success. In other words, they know what they want to accomplish. And some of their responses were, as far as what they want to accomplish is, questions they've asked themselves is, how big do I want my practice to become? What role am I personally going to play? Why should people want to do business with me? And what type of clients would I like to have? What is my service promise going to be? And these agents ask themselves these questions when assembling number one in their mind of what do I want to accomplish? Okay, they didn't just jump in like I did. Okay, I had no right to succeed in this business. I was doing it completely the wrong way. The way to do it is to ask yourself, what do you want to accomplish? Okay. Number two, these are the answers of the most successful life agents in the country. Why are you successful? Number two, they all said, or most of them said, they create a written strategy to realize your vision. They write things down like, where am I today? Where do I want to be in the future? How do I get there? How am I going to prospect to get there? So this is very, very important. Again, it kind of goes around writing things down and not leaving things to memory. Another top response from MDRT agents is know your target market. And then it says top performing advisors have a clear picture of the people with whom they want to do business. They can define their preferred client profile by such things as age, income, occupation, and marital status. So who do you want to deal with? And now, how are you going to go after that marketplace that you want to deal with? Some of you are very fortunate. You have hundreds or thousands of health clients. You can go after those clients, and I can put together a little speech for you as to how to develop those clients into life clients. Some of you have very successful property and casualty offices where you've sold clients automobile and homeowners insurance. I have a perfect little speech that you can talk to these people about life insurance. Okay, so identify your market. It's extremely important. The second to the last item that the MDRT producers said in a poll was integrate marketing, sales, and service. We integrate marketing, sales, and service. And basically what that means is that effective marketing leads to sales. Sales then result in a service commitment, okay, where you have an obligation to service these clients, and then service delivery provides marketing opportunities. What that means is that when you do what you have to do to keep your clients happy, you will get additional sales, and you will get the magic R word, which is referrals. Top performing advisors ensure there is an alignment in the message that their marketing conveys and the value proposition they offer. Don't just make a sale. Promise service, promise commitment, and it will come back thousands of times over to help you build your practice. And the final thing that I want to say regarding the MDRT producers is the final reason for their success is create clients for life. The final thing that the top performing advisors do well is to recognize that the lifetime value of a client far exceeds the initial commission. The lifetime value of a client could easily reach 50 to 100 times the compensation earned from the first transaction. So when you are fortunate enough to take a prospect and turn him into a client, he should be looked at a client for life. And I'll give you one quick example, and then I'm finished. When you write a term policy, and I'm saying this because I get phone calls every single day about this one important part of our business. If you, as a life agent, write a term policy, that term policy is typically going to be convertible, where you, as the writing agent, can convert that term policy into a permanent policy with that same company without the client having to go through a physical and prove his insurability. It's automatic. You sign your name, you tell the company how much universal life or whole life you want, and the term policy goes away. And there is a brand new commission payable to the agent that does the term conversion. Well, I get a call a day at least from an agent that says to me, Cary, how can you let another agent convert my client's term policy? How can you do that? How can the company allow that? I'm so unhappy with you. Well, very simply, I tell the agent that just because you were the original writing agent of the term policy, that doesn't mean that you are going to be the agent who does the conversion and who gets the much larger commission. The company recognizes the application from the agent that does the commission, and it can be a different agent completely. So the point there very simply is this. You can be an app taker. You can be the agent that writes the term policy, but if you have never developed a relationship with the client, and that client meets another life insurance agent on his bowling team, or as a neighbor, or meets another agent somewhere, and that agent starts talking to that client about his portfolio, and the client says, oh, well, I do have a $100,000 term policy, and then the new agent says, well, has your existing agent ever discussed the possibility of converting that term policy for you into a universal life? And the client sits there and says, I have to be honest, I don't even know the name of the agent who wrote me the term policy. Well, then you, my friend, are an app taker. You are not building a practice. If you are building a practice, you maintain a relationship with that client of yours. That client had trust in you, had confidence in you, and gave you the green light to put insurance in force and protect his family. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family, you owe it to your client's family to maintain a relationship with that client. That will separate you from the pack, and that will make you ultimately someday a $1 million roundtable producer. So Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to do this. It's very important to me. And if I can help anybody who's listening on the phone right now, please feel free to call or email me.
Carrie,
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Great job. And first time ever, we had a record number of agents on the webinar. So we appreciate everybody taking the time. I know I learned a few things, as I typically do when Carrie speaks. So we're going to end with this. And as you know, we are giving away the tablet right now.